Hey Billy, how you doing? I just got your email there, and rather than type out all the information that was necessary, I thought I'd be better if I just gave you a little video interview of what I do and what I would charge for group lessons. First of all, so glad that you inquired about taking these. I truly, truly, truly love and enjoy giving lessons. I take it quite serious, and I teach people everything I know. And one of the first things that I teach in my lessons is that, you know what, music is a powerful, powerful weapon. It has the ability to transform a person's day into a beautiful one or into a sorrowful one. It's the ultimate drug, in my opinion, and I love teaching it. Absolutely, the enthusiasm that I bring within the video, what I'm talking about, or even that I'm talking about now, is the same enthusiasm that I bring to every single student in every lesson that I teach. So, to get to some of your questions, as far as prices for group rates, let me get you the prices, then I'm going to explain a little bit of how I teach and whatnot. The lessons would be $80 per person. That would be knocking off quite a bit. I usually charge $125 per person. Okay, but it would be $80 per person, and it's a half-hour lesson. We would have a half-hour power session where I would film everything that I do. That's basically one of the trademarks, the signatures of my guitar lessons, is that I like to film everything that I teach. That, and then I upload it to your own personal video site so that you guys can log into the video site and watch it at all, any and every day. It's something that I find is very important, because a lot of the times when you're taking lessons, the second you walk out of the door, you forget 90% of what was taught. And with the recording, you guys can always see. I always make sure that it's zoomed in on my fingers so you can see exactly what's going on. And that's basically like one of the hugest perks of my lessons, that you always can review it. Even if you guys stop taking lessons, I'm not going to take it off. I'm going to leave it there for you. You guys paid for it. It's yours. As long as you want, and you can just keep on and keep on and keep on learning. Now, if we were to have 3 or 4 people, like I said, it'd be $80 per person. It'd be a half-hour lesson. I find I used to teach in an hour, but I find that an hour is too long for people. The guitar lesson itself shouldn't be the time where you perfect things. The guitar thing, the 30-minute lesson, is where I teach you 3 points each week, is what I usually do with each student. And it's up to you to go home and watch it on the video and really, really soak up what I was teaching you. Of course, I show you where your fingers go and make sure that you get the basic concept of what I'm teaching. However, it is up to you to go home and practice. If you don't practice, you're just wasting your money. And I'm not saying you got to practice, 2-3 hours a day. I know we're all grown-ups and we've got things to do. We've got lives to live. But if you put in a good 10-15 minutes every day of what I teach you, you will be flying in no time. And I really mean that. I teach people and I cultivate artists before I teach guitar. That's one of my theories as far as teaching guitar. If you consider yourself an artist first, then everything else is going to fall in line perfectly. That's been my experience, at least, and that's really what I preach to my students. As far as theory itself, I tend to stay away from the theory. Why? Because I like to teach in shapes. I like a person to look at a guitar and see the fretboard as it should be seen, in shapes, which is what chords are. Chords are just shapes. I teach, this is a 7th / a triangular shape. Do you see that contrast between, or do you see the similarities between a triangle and that shape? Yes. We'll take that and add this here, add that there. If you move it all over the fretboard, it's going to work. I know it's kind of odd terminology for you now, but I really get in depth and I explain things as I'm going. So that's basically some of the questions that you were, the answers to some of the questions you were asking. I'm reading here to see how long have you been teaching and where. I've been teaching for the last 10 years. I am actually located in Strathcona, basically where the Georgia Street Viaduct meets Main Street, right there. So it's Main and Georgia Street Viaduct. I'm actually 830 Jackson Street if you want to Google it up. So it's SkyTrain distance. Basically take the SkyTrain to the Science World, and it's a 10-minute walk from there, if even that. Let me see. And as far as the schedule, I have Tuesdays. Thursdays are available. Thursdays are a little full right now, but we could get them earlier. I do have Tuesday evenings available, and I have Sundays available currently right now. The rest of my days are pretty filled up. Not to get all egotistical, but I am in demand for guitar teaching because I know what I teach and people have seen what I do and they want to learn what I do. And I teach you everything, not just guitar, but I teach different styles in how to see that guitar and how to play it in the fashion that a pianist plays the piano, or in the fashion that a bass player plays the bass. For example, a bass player, when they're popping and slapping, the motion of their picking is this on a bass, or like that. What I like to do is teach you how to pull and push and pull with your fingers so that you can get some different vibes on the guitar. as well as piano theory and how to create bass notes as well as higher note melodies at the same time. It's something that I have to explain to you face to face. But I know how to teach. I love teaching, and I would love to teach you and your friends, whoever it is. Like I said, we can give a discount. We can do $80 a person, and that would cover you for 4 lessons for the month, and everything uploaded to your own video site so you can review it every week and keep learning and learning and learning and learning. It would be beautiful to teach you. And give me a ring if ever you want. And 604-619-8277. Thank you so much, and you have a great one, okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.